Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny and welcome back to my modded 1.10.2 series. Today we are getting back into blood magic, and our first item on the agenda today will be upgrading our Tartaric gem. We still have the common Tartaric gem because as we've been upgrading our altar and our blood altar and our incense altar and our orbs, which is in the altar, I've kind of been forgetting about the Tartaric gems. So we're still stuck with this common Tartaric gem, which is the tier 3 gem. However, we are at tier 5 with our altar and our incense altar. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be upgrading this guy all the way up. We're going to get a greater Tartaric gem, and then from there we're going to make the grand Tartaric gem. But we do have to step our way up because we're going to need the greater Tartaric gem in order to make the grand Tartaric gem. And in order to make the greater Tartaric gem, we are going to need some of the usual stuff: a demonic slate, a common Tartaric gem, so we'll have to make another one of those, a weak blood shard, which we already have, and a demon will crystal. I'm clicking on it. It doesn't seem to have a crafting recipe. So how do we get a demon will crystal? We get a demon will crystal from a demon crystallizer. Okay. Hellfire forge, stone, lapis, and glass. And we throw our common Tartaric gem in there because we are going to need 100 will, a minimum of 500. So we take that and we take our demon crystallizer and we set it somewhere in the world. Let's take a look at our chunk boundaries here. Let's just put it right here. Okay, so now what this guy's going to do is it's going to get will from the air, from the aura, if you will. And it's going to make crystals out of it. However, there is no will in the aura. How's it going to make crystals if we have no will in the aura? Well, we're going to have to make crucible, stone, lapis, and a diamond. And our Tartaric gem, it's going to take another 100 will. And it requires 400, I think. And there is our demon crucible. And we can set this anywhere within the same chunk. And that's why I was showing the chunk boundaries before. So we can go... We can set it anywhere within this chunk, but I'm just going to put it like right there, whatever. And we stick our Tartaric gem in there. And we see right now we have 824 will. We'll throw it in there and take it out. And we now have 724 will. And then we wait. Hooray! So we've got our crystal. We break it, and there it is. There's our demon will crystal. Now I have to fill up my gem again. Okay, so I already had a lesser Tartaric gem, in my inventory. Oh, and then there's the common Tartaric gem. Okay, and there's another common Tartaric gem, and I'm just going to leave that in there. We don't want to fill that up. It can be empty. And now I would say we would wait till nightfall, but we don't have to wait. So I'm just going to kill stuff. Okay, my Tartaric gem is full again. Oh, wait, let me get my ingredients ready. Hopefully we can do this fast enough to be able to go out there and fill it up. Okay, there's our common Tartaric gem. Here's our demonic slate. That would be the tier 5, I think. A weak blood shard. And the demon crystal. The demon will crystal. Boom. 924. So we can take this. And we'll use that to craft our next one. Empty that out. And we'll just... Actually, I'll just put that right there. And now I'm going to go out and kill some more stuff. And get some more XP. I got 18 XP. I started out with none. So nearly 2 full nights of fighting. I still only have 1,677 will. We need at least 4,000 to make the next one. We're still at 11.5 attack damage. And we're going to need another nether star, so I decided to come down here and kill a bunch of wither skeletons to get more will and hopefully get a bunch more wither skulls. Alright, may as well kill this guy now, too. We're going to need another star, and we still need a lot more will, so we can get a little bit of will from this guy. So that'll be... Oh boy, don't die from that! Don't die from that! I have to kill you! Okay. What we got? Oh, cool. I don't know how much will we got from that. I didn't look. I should have looked before we started. Oh man, I finally got this thing filled up. It took a long time. A lot of killing, a lot of knights, a lot of wither skeletons. I actually upgraded my spawner with an octadic capacitor so the wither skeletons would spawn more. And I did a lot of knights. Pretty much every time night came I was out killing stuff. Every time during the day I was killing wither skeletons. So we now have 4,096. Unfortunately the sword is still only doing 11.5 attack damage, so I'm a little disappointed by that because that was kind of the main thing I was looking forward to, was seeing that attack damage go up when we got more will. But it didn't. So to get the Grand Tartaric Gem we're going to need a Greater Tartaric Gem, so I'll have to make another one of those, and the Nether Star. So we have the Nether Star. We'll have to get some more Demon Crystal, or Demon Will Crystal. And that's easy because we already have everything set up for it. So all we have to do is go like this. And then wait. And now we'll have to go out and kill some more stuff. Because, well, let's see. What do we need? I think we need 4,000. Yeah, we need 4,000 will. So that's okay. Just a couple more wither skeletons and that'll be taken care of. So this is with sharpness 4. And we're still getting 11.5 attack damage. So I kind of hope that it goes up more than that when we fill this guy up. I mean, this is 16,000. Wow. That's going to take a while. I don't think I don't think we're going to do all that today. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, and now we just put more in the air, so we'll probably get another one. Hooray. Okay, I think we've got everything we need. Boom. Boom. That should get us... Oh, crap. We're going to have to fill this up again after we do this. Okay. So I'm going to go kill a few more mobs. We've got our Greater Tartaric Gem. And we're going to need another star. And 4,000 demonic will. Okay, we're finally ready. There it is. Ta-da! The Grand Tartaric Gem. Hooray! Now we gotta fill it up. 16,384 will. That is going to take a long time, and I am actually kind of getting tired of killing mobs. I have killed so many mobs today. But that's okay. I'm trying to think of a way to make this happen a little bit faster. Obviously we've got our spawner down there, which does make things go faster, but even that's not fast enough. Like, I need some like major maybe like a bunch of boss fights or something. Well, I've killed the wither a few times now, and I'm getting about like between 1 and 200 will every time I kill him. So it seems like I'm getting a lot more than I was before. And remember, the more will you have, the more you get. 258, yeah, so it was about like between 150 and 200 will. I got 4 nether stars now. But I actually upgraded or enchanted this up to sharpness 5, and I'm still only getting 12 attack damage, so I'm a little disappointed. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. We need to get looting on this sword. Then we will get more will. 37. Wow. That's okay. We've got plenty of XP right now. Hey, you stupid spider! Darn it. Well, anyway, what do we get? 6,008. 6,020. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that makes a huge difference. Okay. Although we probably should have checked before we did that, because we have so much will, we get more will. The more will you have, the more will you get. It's kind of like money. One resource that I've been struggling with for a while, and that is lava. There's basically 2 different ways that we could approach getting lava right now. One is the siphoning and setting that up in the nether, and putting a chunk loader in there, and putting it into an ender tank. The other option is the Serenade of the Nether, which will actually produce lava for us, and that would allow us to... We could automate that by using Actually Addition's fluid collector. So as you can see, I've decided to go this route. The pros and cons of these 2 methods are that the Serenade of the method, or the Serenade of the Nether method, requires a lot more LP. It uses a lot more LP because it's actually producing lava out of thin air. The advantage is that you don't have to move anything around. It's an infinite lava source, basically, so you don't have to worry about running out. You don't need to have a special chunk loader in the nether. So that's why I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put it down here somewhere. I think it's just a 3x3, so we can actually put it right here. Master a ritual stone, yeah, and then we can see that it's just a 3x3. Okay, so that's it. That's the Serenade of the Nether. Now when we activate this thing, it's going to produce a lava block right there, which is going to spill all over the place and make a big mess and possibly cause fires, although I don't think we have anything flammable down here except for us. Except for me. I'm kind of flammable, so before we do that, why don't we get this other stuff set up. The fluid collector... is that faced in the correct direction? I'm not really sure. But it has... Oh, it can actually store 8,000 millibuckets. Okay, I thought it could only store 1. That's cool. And then... No, we're not going to use wood. Then we need some kind of block. Let's try this. Okay, so now if we hit that with... our weak activation crystal... we get lava. And as you can see, this guy is pulling it out. And it doesn't require RF or anything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yes, it is full now. Okay, that's strange. It's not exactly showing us what it looks like, but I guess that's okay. And then, of course, being in there isn't going to help us very much. We want it in here. And I don't think it's going to go directly in there, so we'll probably... Oh, yes it will. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. So our ender tank is now full of lava, and it will always stay full of lava. So what's really cool about this is this lava is just going to sit here. It's not going to take any of our LP until we actually need lava. Let's see how our LP is doing. And our LP is full already, so yeah. That is great, because we've got plenty of LP coming in from the witches. So that was like almost too easy. I'm done already. I was expecting that to be a little bit harder. But okay, I'm just going to leave that there. That is totally done. Holy crap. Okay, so now for our next project, Obsidian, we're going to need a refined storage detector, an auto breaker from Actual Additions, and a fluid placer from Actual Additions. Alright, what's this ugly contraption? This is our Obsidian Generator. It turned out to be a little bit more complicated than I was hoping because of one little problem, and that is... So the idea is that we've got the fluid collector here that's collecting obsidian. That's collecting lava, and it's pumping it into the ender tank, but I also want to pump it out of here into this fluid placer from Actual Additions, and that works fine. We can place lava down there with the fluid placer as long as that block is clear. If, however, we have water in that block, even if it's running water, it will not place the lava. So so then it doesn't work. So even though the source block of the water is up here, just the fact that there's running water down there means that it will not be able to place the lava. So I added one more thing to this piece, and that is the extra utilities user, which has a water bucket. And it will, if we turn it on, I'm just going to, we'll look at this in a second, but I'm just going to, wow, it causes a little bit of lag, but it'll place the water and remove the water. Okay, so that's how we're going to remedy that situation. So what's going to happen is we're going to pipe lava down here. It's going to place the lava in there. This guy is going to place water and pick it up, and as soon as the water clears out, then this will be able to place the lava. It'll place the water down again, and then this guy, the auto breaker, will break the lava. This is Actually Additions, as is the fluid placer, and these will all deactivate on redstone signal. So what I've got here is a detector from refined storage, and this will emit a redstone signal however we define it. Right now I've got it defined to emit signal when under this amount. So when there is less than 100 obsidian in our system, it'll emit a redstone signal. That redstone signal will trigger the user to dump some water on top of the lava and then retract the water right away. And this guy now is going to break a block when it does not have a redstone signal. So redstone mode is deactivation. This signal will turn off by this logic gate, which is going to emit a signal when both of these things have a redstone signal. So what I've got here is a sensor, also from RF Tools, and the sensor will sense what's in the block behind it. Or it could do a range of blocks, but in this case, we're having it look at a block. It could look at lots of things: growth, entities, players, hostile mobs, passive mobs. We're having it look at the block, one block in front of the sensor, group 1, obsidian. So basically what's going to happen is when this thing detects that there's a piece of obsidian there, it's going to emit a redstone signal, at which point this thing can then break the obsidian. There is a little problem with the auto breaker in that it will break fluids, and if it breaks them, it just voids them. So, I mean, I guess that could be used to your advantage under some circumstances, but obviously in this circumstance, we don't want it to break the lava, we want it to break the obsidian. So, so this should work. I haven't tested this yet. We're going to test this for the first time now, but just to kind of reiterate, this guy down there is going to put lava. This guy's going to dump water. That guy's going to break the obsidian. And so the first thing that's going to happen as soon as this thing detects that our obsidian is less than 100, it's going to emit a redstone signal, triggering the user to dump water and retract it. And this signal will not trigger until both this condition is true, that we have less than 100 obsidian, and it senses that there's an obsidian block right there. And then this guy will break it, and then as soon as this guy breaks it, this redstone signal will go away because there's no longer an obsidian block there. This guy will dump water again, and it'll make obsidian. It'll keep doing that until we reach the amount of obsidian that we want. The only thing that's left to do is to finish piping the lava. So let's do that and hope this works. So I'm just going to go this, and we're going to say insert. This looks like it's already started extracting. We're going to say extract, always active, and then we're going to have to hit it with a wrench to tell it to connect. Okay, so we should have lava in there right now. And something's causing us to lag here, and I'm not really sure. Okay, it seems to have stopped. Okay, so we've got lava in there now. Now, if we tell this guy that we want, I think we have 122 obsidian right now. So let's say we tell it we want 125. Okay, so something is not working. This guy is not. This signal should be. Oh boy, I wonder if it's because this one isn't strong enough. Okay, let's try this. I moved that back one so that I could have it run the redstone this way, and then I've got a repeater here. So that should. Oh, and I tried putting that on keep to see if it would just bring in the weaker redstone signal, but it didn't. So let's see what happens now. So we want 130. What? Oh, and I had when I placed it, it went back to the default. So emit signal when on amount, when above, when less. Okay, now this guy's getting a redstone signal and it's deactivating it. Okay, let's try this again. It's working! Although it's gonna go forever because it's not sending them. Oh man, look at that lag! That is really awful. Whew. Okay. Now we just. Whoops. Now we just have to get this to send this stuff back home. Okay, so this should look familiar. Modular storage, remote storage module. That's gonna send stuff back home. And it's extracting from our auto breaker. So we have 125 right now. So if we set this to 130, hooray! It left the water in there. It all depends on the timing, whether it's going to leave the water or not leave the water, but that's okay. Next time it gets a redstone signal, it'll pull the water out, and then it'll be able to place the lava. So this is working. Now, I'm going to clean this mess up for sure, because this looks like crap. But let's just get everything working first. I'll have that cleaned up before the end of the episode, don't worry. If you care. Maybe you don't. So now, let's look at our obsidian. So I made an extra one. That's okay. I don't mind. So if we take some out. Hooray! So it's always going to keep a minimum of 130 obsidian. That is wonderful! And then it stopped once we had enough obsidian in there. Okay, phase 1 of cleaning up. We've got redstone conduits now, which is nice because now we don't have to use that repeater anymore. We can just send the same redstone signal to 2 different places, and it'll be full strength. And then we're just coming out over here, and now again we no longer need to use that NOT gate with the redstone torch, because, well, actually I just ended up reversing this. So now it's emitting a redstone signal all the time, unless it meets those conditions. Looks like it's still working. Okay, I decided to go with the basalt. I made some conduit facades that are painted with basalt in the Ender.io painting machine. It's totally hidden. Oh, now I gotta close close this off. This is our tunnel system. I added to our tunnel system so that we could bring our cabling over here. So I decided to crank it up to 256 so that just to make sure we always have enough. And plus, it's kind of slow. Although we could speed it up. I think the bottleneck is the water, because the user, the extra utilities user, is kind of slow. But we could add speed upgrades to it. But I don't think we're going to need it. I think that we're definitely going to be able to keep up with our demand for obsidian, and we're definitely going to be able to keep up with our demand for lava. There's no doubt about that. So awesome, and we now have our big grand Tartaric gem. And between now and the next episode, I'm going to work on filling this up and see if that helps our attack damage at all. I kind of hope it does, because that's really the only reason that I really want all that much will at this point. Now, the future of blood magic, I think we're going to continue to use blood magic for utility purposes going forward. Like, you know, if there's certain rituals that we need to help with our other projects, we're going to be using them. But we're not going to continue progressing yet. We're going to take a little break from the main progression of blood magic, just because I want to wait until there's some more content. I want to wait until the tier 6 thing and the demon. I want to wait for the demon invasion to be like complete and all that stuff. So that we can move on to tier 6 and do the demon invasion thing, and the you know, can have all kinds of fun with demons. So that's the future plan for blood magic. But like I said, we're going to take a little break from that, and I think we're going to get started on the Botania track very soon again, because we kind of started with Botania a little while ago just to kind of get a few things. I think it was mostly the Sojourner Sash that I wanted at that point, and then we kind of stopped and put it on the back burner. But now we're going to start progressing through Botania again, and get all the way to just kind of play through that whole thing to the end game of Botania. And in the meantime, I'm going to do it kind of like we've been doing with blood magic. We'll probably focus every other episode like exclusively on Botania, and then in between we'll just be doing other like side projects, mostly tech stuff. We're going to continue building our little suburban tech industry district over there. Boy, we're going to have to meet the Ender Dragon pretty soon. I think that's going to be a priority for us in the very near future, because I think we're pretty much ready. Like, I mean, with our blood magic armor and our Tinker's Arsenal, really, that's going to be kind of our, well, and our vanilla bow. We're going to do Botania, and we're going to get ourselves the crystal bow. And we're going to use that against the Ender Dragon. That's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. So we'll have flight, we'll have protection. I think I'm going to keep the living armor for the time being. And we'll go after the Ender Dragon with this armor and the crystal bow. So that is my plans for the near future. I hope you join me for that. If you do have any questions or comments or suggestions or whatever, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this, please don't forget to click the like button, and join me next time. Thanks for watching.